Hello YouTube world, Mac Daddy 1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalists. It's been a couple of weeks since I put up a video. I've been quite busy. A lot of things have taken place since the last video. Matter of fact, it was going on during the period I was actually making the video. So I figured I'd do an update video right quick and let you guys know that I'm still here. Still doing okay. I just been busy and I've had a lot going on in my professional and personal life. First things first, I got laid off at work after I took my week of vacation, and Kimmo and I did a lot of work inside the house. And 1 week I could deal with. Okay, it was fine and dandy. And then late on the Thursday before Labor Day weekend, found out I was going to be laid off the week of Labor Day, and that pissed me the hell off. Unemployment equals poverty. Alright, you get enough to get by and that is it. I don't do unemployment. So that following Friday, that was that Thursday, and then Friday of the Labor Day weekend, I went down and I got my DOT physical renewed. I came home, I put in one application, and within 30 minutes of that, I'd already had 9 phone calls and over 20 emails. That's just how easy it is. If you have a Class A CDL and no bad tickets against you, you can just get a job faster than you can snap your damn fingers. I did not want to do that, but that's what happened, so okay. I went on to Facebook on my private personal page, and I put up there that I was looking for a trucking job and put in the parameters I would be willing to accept, and told all my friends in the area to be on the lookout for me a job that paid the minimum that I would accept, as well as the time that I would accept to go out over the road if I wound up doing so. Well, one of my bosses at work found out about it and called me and asked me if I was quitting, and I was like, oh yeah. I said, I told y'all I don't do unemployment. I meant what I said and said what I meant. I'll be in Tuesday to turn in my ID badge, my keys, retrieve any personal items I have, and bring anything of yours that I happen to have here at home, because sometimes I carry bolts and nuts and washers and whatever else home in my pockets. Don't think about it. And I rounded all that crap up. I went in there Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, and my immediate supervisor came out after a little while. I'd been talking with some of the guys and asked me what the deal was, and I told him. And he's over here texting the whole time. I'm wondering what the hell, you know, he don't even have enough courtesy to pay attention to me while I'm speaking. Well, what he was doing is texting his boss, the plant manager, the production supervisor, and he sent a text back asking my supervisor to ask me if I'd be willing to have a talk with him. And I'm like, yeah, y'all gave me a job when I wanted a different job and wanted something that paid better than the security work that I did. And okay, I'll be happy to talk to you. So I go up to the man's office. He asked me, why are you quitting? And I said, you put me on unemployment. You laid me off and I can't afford it. Bill wise, yeah, I could probably afford it. It pays about $330 a week. But after insurance and so forth, 401k is taken out of that, you really are getting hammered pretty good. And I said, I can afford it, but I don't want to, because you're basically living in poverty. Okay? If I wanted to live in poverty, I'd be still working security. I have goals, I have dreams, and I intend on carrying it out. And if I can't do it here, I'll find somewhere else to do it. You know, I'm not trying to be an ass about it, but I'm flat out telling you I got to work. And I got to make a certain amount of money a week to make me happy, and if I can't make it, so he said, well, what do you need? What do you got to have? I said, I got to work 40 hours a week. Simple as that, at the current pay rate. And if you cut my hours, you got to pay me more an hour, because I got to have a certain amount to feel like I'm actually making headway here. And he said, well, I'll get you to 40 hours. We're very flexible. Don't quit. You know? I said, okay, if you give me my hours, I can go right back to work this week on my normal schedule or whatever. I'll be happy. He said, we'll put you to work now, today, right now, as soon as you leave this office. I said, okay, that'll work. So I went back to work. My schedule has changed. I got it's the same exact job, but it's not the swing shift anymore. It's 5 days a week or 5 nights a week, just depending. And I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I'm getting the hours I need and so forth. Now, for the big news. Big news, big news, big news. In the future, I've already made a down payment on a new firearm. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. I want y'all to guess. Could be a new rifle. Could be a new shotgun. Could be a new handgun. Maybe even a pistol caliber carbine. I'm not going to tell you. I can tell you this. It's $1,499. And at my current pay rate, it's going to take me a little while. However, I found this really cool store in Dalton, Georgia, about 45 miles from here. If you go in and you put 10% down and make a payment every 2 weeks, whatever, doesn't matter, you don't have a set fee or a set price. So if you go in and at least show them every 2 weeks that you are still paying on it, you won't lose the gun. You have as long as you need to pay it off. Now right now I've got a set budget of a certain amount I'm going to spend every single week. If I get any overtime and the plant's finally ramping back up, we're getting a lot more machines going, putting a lot of guys back to work. I'm hoping to get more overtime, but if I get any overtime, every penny of that overtime, every penny of that overtime will go toward the new firearm. Now, so like I said, I'm not telling you what it is. But I'll tell you this is a dream gun. Okay? It's not the super top end dream gun, but it is a dream gun. It has all the features that I always wanted on this particular type of firearm. It has all the bells and whistles to make it a modern firearm. Okay? Like I said, it could be a rifle, could be a shotgun, could be a handgun, could be a freaking submachine gun type weapon, could be a short barrel rifle, you name it. But it is expensive. It will take a little while to pay off. But these folks here at the name of the store is Sons of Grant. They mainly deal with archery, but they have a huge firearms section too, and they have some fairly decent, knowledgeable staff there. And they finally got the gun in. I've had it on layaway or whatever you want to call it, payment plan for 2 weeks now, and they finally got it this Thursday. I went in to make a payment, and they had it. I walked in, the guy was holding it up, and I touched it. And when I touched it, you know, whatever, when I touched it, it was love, brother, love, love, love. It was lust before, now it's love. You hear what I'm saying? It is just phenomenal, 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 phenomenal. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to pay it off, but as soon as I do, I'll do an unboxing video, and then I'll do some shooting with it and give you guys my first impressions. I can tell you this, when I put it up, when I put it up, when I pulled it up, when I put it up in my hands, it was just freaking awesome. That's all I can say is freaking awesome. And the way they, you know, kept me working there, the way they flattered me into keeping the job, basically, and they gave me the work I needed. I mean, I wasn't trying to be an ass. I didn't ask for any more money an hour, because of different things going on inside the entire industry I work in. It's been really hard summer for everyone. Spring and summer, it's just been bad. From July the 4th forward, it has been hit and miss big time for everyone else, and I thought my job was immune from that because I've got one of those jobs that is essential, and I still got laid off, and I was not happy about that at all. But the way they talked me into staying, I think I've got a future there. So I decided to take the leap, and I told them, I says, I am putting my faith in you guys. Don't disappoint me. Which, you know, that's the thing. So like I said, I put in one application online and I got 20 hits, and this is Labor Day weekend. All right, it's after, it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon when I finally submitted the full form. And you know, CDL job, you got to give them phone numbers, addresses, and names of the companies you work for the last 10 years by law. Okay, DOT regulations require that. So I've got all of them listed in order when I worked at them, and it takes me forever to. I'm a little faster than the old hunt and peck when I first started with computers, but still I'm pretty damn slow. And you know, I got 20 hits that day. I still get calls. I got 2 texts a day about trucking jobs. So you know, you got a Class A CDL. It's not hard. So if they were to lay me off or fire me tomorrow, by the time I got to the front gate, I could have a new job. Simple as it gets. As long as that DOT physical's good, as long as you got a good, clean driving record, and being I haven't had anything on my license at all for 3 years, 3+ years now, I don't have a problem with that. So, but anywho, this was an update. It is sort of a teaser. You know, wonder what kind of firearm could Mac Daddy be getting. It could be going to the dark side and getting a Glock, or maybe an AR, or maybe an Scar. No, $1,400, $1,500 you're not gonna get a Scar, but there's a lot of really fine firearms out there you could have for $1,500. Okay, but what is it? Will Mac Daddy go to polymer? Will Mac Daddy go from the M1A to the little poodle shooter AR? Maybe he's getting an AR that shoots 50 Beowulf or 458 SOCOM. There's a lot of weapon systems out there. A lot of weapon systems out there that can be had in that range. And I didn't tell you whether I traded another gun or 2 guns in to drop the price. Now did I? No, I didn't. So there you go. It's just a teaser. I hope you guys are not too bored with the video. I didn't mean to get too much into the details, but it's been very busy around here. While I got you guys on, I've had to rebuild the table, my bench for reloading. It was too flexible, and it was causing me to have trouble reloading. Let's get it in there. Maybe the camera will focus on that, but it was skinning the bullets up, and I was having a lot of trouble. I reinforced it with some thicker plywood that's made for flooring, so it's a lot stiffer, and I doubled it up. Got a new cabinet over here. I mean, I've done a lot of work, but the shop is a disaster right now. I've been doing some plumbing today and yesterday, and just been busy around here, so I've got stuff dragged out. I need to get it all put back. So maybe I'll do a video on that in the very near future and other videos. But please stay tuned, guys. I will have more videos coming up very soon. But like I said, I've been real busy. For a little while there, I really didn't feel like making videos because I was really unsure what was going to happen with work. And when I took the plunge and got my CDLs reactivated, not renewed, but reactivated. I think I said renewed earlier, but I renewed my license on my birthday, before my birthday this year. So they're good for another 5 years. But I didn't have a DOT physical because why spend it wound up costing me $68. Why spend that if you're not going to use them? Okay, it didn't affect my license other than I couldn't drive until I had that. So I went and got it, took it by the driver's license place, what we call DDS, driver's services. In 5 minutes they reactivate them. Didn't cost me another penny on that. And bam, I mean, I got job offer after job offer after job offer after job offer. So I'm not worried about it anymore. I will have work, and I will not live in poverty. So I made the leap, and the dream gun that I've thought about for several years now. It's actually the item that I purchased is new for 2016. So there's a lot of new guns came out in 2016. Hell, it could be a double barrel, triple barrel. I seen a Chiappa triple barrel shotgun, or maybe it wasn't Chiappa. Somebody. You just never can tell. Even found a hand crank Gatling gun the other day online. I'm like, damn, look at that. No, it's not that. That was like $20,000. No. But it's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome. We're going to test the piss out of it. Already found quite a few different versions of the ammunition that it will use, and I'm going to test out some of each. So we will see, but do you think Mac Daddy 1911A1 really took the plunge into polymer? Maybe AR? Who knows? Maybe an AK, SKS. Who knows? Who knows? But hopefully here, very shortly, Mac Daddy 1911A1 will do a video of an unboxing of the new firearm. Let us hope and pray it won't take too long, because I'm as antsy to get it into my hands as you are to see it. So anywho, this is Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivals. Thank you very, very much for watching. Everybody out there affected by the hurricane, I hope you guys are safe and sound. I've already heard from some folks. They came through it. They're without a power, but they came through it fine. Reggie Hodges, one of our STS members. The election's coming up. Vote, damn it. I don't like Donald Trump. I'll tell you what, I'll do a separate video on that and we'll put it up separate.